If I had just driven? I'm not driving, I'm definitely drawing. Hello and welcome to Getting Back into Art with me. It is now episode 3, and since we're in episode 3, I'm saying this series is already a success. If you're new here, this series is all about getting back into art together. There is some success, there is some mess, and there is a lot at laughing at myself. But we're here for it. In the last episode, we created based on prompts from The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. And if you've read this book, you will know there is a lot of talk about going on an artist date. So that is exactly what we're doing today. I have just arrived at a National Trust. I've got my camera, and the plan is we're going to go take some photos, take those photos home and create something. At the moment, I have no idea what that will be, but that's the whole reason that we've come to take the photos, to be, you know, inspired. This National Trust I've come to wouldn't have been my first choice, but there's so much traffic on the roads, so I literally drove to the one that was the easiest for me to get to. And I will say, I'm fine with doing things by myself, but there's always just this thing of like, yeah, I don't know. It's not that I feel scared. It's just that I feel something. So if you're listening to this thinking, oh, I don't like going out by myself. It's not that I don't like going out by myself. I'm going to have a great time. But just know that to get there, I do have this same feeling of like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Is this my life? I constantly ask myself that. Anyway, another important thing to note is this video already started off really well, because as I was leaving, I realised this camera has no SD card in it. So ran back inside to get that. Thank goodness I remembered that before I got here, because otherwise this would have been an even better start. So let's go and take some pictures and then turn them into art. What are we going to create? I have absolutely no idea. So when I arrived, I then realised that this National Trust, the house, is quite literally covered over. But that's okay, that's just another hurdle. A hurdle to jump over, like, you know, not having a memory card. So walking around, walked to a farm shop. I remembered a way that you could walk through, but then I couldn't find it. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to enjoy the animals. I do wish they could have come a little bit closer. They unfortunately weren't listening to my direction. Then went for a walk around the garden. I was again hoping that there'd be a bit more flowers out, but the daffodils had clearly all just gone, probably because it's got a lot warmer. I don't know how much my inspiration was really sparked. I feel like I didn't choose maybe the best of locations. Say if I was walking around London or another European town, my eye for taking photos would have been a lot stronger, but I was really just allowing myself to sit, look around, see what caught my eye. As you can see, we are back home. You can hear the washing machine because I didn't think about filming. So let's just maybe put some music over the top and hopefully it will drown it out. We're not going to be here for that long anyway. That tea is hot. Let's see what photos we have then. I don't feel like, oh yeah, I really am happy with all these photos. But it's not really about the photo quality, it's about using them as inspiration. Got the memory card I did leave here. Okay, so we've imported all the photos. Let's just have a little look through of some photos we've taken. Have a little bit of an edit. I honestly just love pressing this button, but the brilliance is always too high. You know what, let's not edit them. Let's just have a flick through at some pictures that we took. This moment with the tree and the bench, that was what was giving me Secret Garden. Oh, just lovely. These are not in the order that I took them. I don't know why. Why is my laptop showing me up? Because I'm screen recording. I've just finished editing the photos, and let me tell you the power of a crop. For example, this photo of what is it? A dandelion. This photo of a dandelion looked like this. Now it looks like this. I do have a few ideas of what we're going to create here. I'd really like to use my oil pastels, so I'm going to grab them and then we're going to move outside because it's a lovely day. I've just finished being outside with the oil pastels. Had a great time. I love oil pastels. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to blend because I didn't want to get my fingers covered in oil pastels, and I forgot to pick anything up when I went outside. But it was just a nice, relaxing, sketchy activity in the sun. Enjoyed. Next creation of the afternoon, I wanted to do something that incorporates the photos a bit more rather than them just being a reference. So I've got two ideas for this. The first one being, we're going to take a photo, rip it up, draw in between. I feel like that's a very activity at school, but I'm here for it. In this video, as well as in previous videos, I have been experimenting with how I'm filming art, but I would like to know, what do you prefer? Do you like the music with the sped up visual? Do you like just a straight voiceover? Do you like it when I'm interjecting and I'm half showing art, half showing me speaking? Let me know, because I feel I have a favourite, but you tell me what your favourite is first. Anyway, this project 2, we're going back to using pen, which I was very excited about. And meanwhile, I'm watching Formula 1. Let me know as well. Are you a Formula 1 fan like me? But as I wanted to watch practicing, I didn't want to film me the whole time because I was literally sat on the floor. However, that did take a long time because pen does, so we did part 2 with pencil. The tree is complete. This for me was very experimentational, I think, because it's already ripped. It's like, if I'd just drawn this pencil, the whole thing, I would have been like, but because I had the photos either side, I obviously love the pen moment. It just ties together nicely as just, ooh, a bit of fun. To be completely honest, it is nearly 8 o'clock in the evening. Positive. It is lovely and bright outside. Not so positive. I'm now getting tired, and to be honest, this art muscle has really been used today and it is now exhausted. So we are going to stop for now. I do want to do my third idea, but we're going to come back to that another day, which is going to be pretty fast for you because it's going to happen right. If you can't tell by the fact I'm now wearing a knit jumper, it is a completely new day and it's now freezing. So, final part of turning my photos into art. We have this picture of a dandelion and we're going to add some things to it. So, plan of action is we're going to create some characters to sit on top of the dandelions that we can change in and out. And I thought for this we could get out my old, and I know I always say I don't know how to say it, my gouache paints. That's what we're calling them. However, you can see how long ago I used these, because look at how difficult it is for me, one, to get the lid off, but two, to get the paint out. But hey, it was fine once I've added water. So we are creating 3 characters. This is the first one. It's just a little tennis racket. I kind of wanted to go for the Sunny Angels vibe, think fairy Sunny Angels, but we know how I feel about drawing people, and I just wasn't in the zone to push myself. So we went for tennis racket. You know, those two things are not close in the slightest. Our other 2 characters are slightly more typical in maybe what you would find where dandelions are. So we're drawing a little caterpillar and a butterfly. In terms of my reaction to using these paints after not using them for a few years, it's 50-50 for me. I thought I really loved these. They are lovely and smooth to paint with, but I'm not gonna run to use them again. My little characters are complete. Do I want to add pen? Do I like adding pen to every single thing I draw? As I was doing this, I was really feeling this sense of, I feel I would like to practice my art without this. Not so good for you, but great for me, because as I've said multiple times, my whole reason behind, my why behind this series for me personally was to be held accountable for doing art. So the fact that I want to kind of progress and experiment just for my own being, just for myself, I think that's the word I'm looking for there, is definitely a win. I'd really love to create my own little characters. But anyway, let's focus on what we're doing. Am I gonna really cut right up to the edge? No. It's just an experiment, it's okay. Okay, first one. Just as we're coming to an end of the video, some reflections for episode 3. Reflection number 1 is I really enjoy taking photos. Reflection 1, nothing to do with physically drawing. I do find that whenever I use my own reference pictures to create my art from, there is just something different about it. I don't know if it's because of the feeling, because I created the whole framing idea, etc, etc, or if it's because I've seen something with my own eyes, so I'm therefore just more aware of what the complete object looks like. Potentially, if you can relate to that, let me know. I feel like, as I was just saying, pro that I would like to do this just because. Another pro is I feel like I'm caring less about it being perfect, for want of a better word. Like, I definitely remember in episode 1 when I was making that card, I was really like, oh, this is going wrong, this is going wrong. Whereas right now, I'm literally just enjoying the process of experimenting, of the actual putting the pen to paper, the actual painting, just the doing. Like, I'm not really that interested in what it looks like. Like, especially this, what I'm doing right now, I'm literally going to put this together. I'll probably show Luke later. It will probably sit on the side here for the rest of the week, and then, like, it sounds awful to say, but it probably would just go in the bin. So, is it really that deep? You always hear this saying of, oh, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey, and you're like, yeah, but like, I want the destination though, don't I? I have found, both in life and in this current process of rediscovering my love for art, that is incredibly true, no matter how cliche it sounds. And I feel that when you find more joy in the process, the result that we're looking for, I love how I'm waving these scissors around, let's put them down. The more you find joy in the creation process, as I was just saying, in terms of art, it doesn't actually matter what this looks like. And in life, yeah, it does still matter about the result because that's what you're aiming for, but it's just, it becomes so much less heavy, that's not English, becomes so much less pressured. There's less pressure because you are enjoying where you're at now. And it's been a journey to get to this point of enjoying the process. If you had asked beginning of 2020 me to do just that. So if you want me to speak more on that, let me know in the comments. And this is what we were envisioning. We've got our little tennis racket. The butterfly probably does look the best because, you know, that's what makes the most sense. And then we've got our caterpillar friend. I do feel this would be really good. I mean, people would probably do this. It's probably not that, you know, groundbreaking. Say you're making a book and you've got your own characters and you're experimenting with backgrounds, where to put them. Make little... I mean, what story do you know that's got a tennis racket, a caterpillar and a butterfly? I think we're coming on to something here. Thank you so much for watching Getting Back Into Art with me, episode 3. There is another episode coming, so if you're interested in more, make sure you watch the rest of the series already on my channel, /subscribe for the next episode coming very soon. Also, if you're a creative of any kind, I would love to connect. I would love to know what you're creating, what you're doing, where you're at. Always send me a message or leave it in the comments. When I say that weird. Send me a message or leave it in the comments, and I would love to support whatever you're doing, because art of any kind, not just the making the little caterpillar kind, almost broke his foot, is my love and joy. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you are having an incredible day. And remember, the world needs you to make your art. So go out there and make it. Let's just end this here.